Happy Friday, everybody. Did you know that on this day in 1962, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology sent the first television signal via satellite from California all the way to Massachusetts? We didn't either, but in doing so, they gave us the opportunity years later to welcome you to the Friday Project. Welcome. We truly are glad that you're here. The Friday Project is a weekly variety show whose entire goal is just to make you smile. I am your host, Stephen Kristen. As always, this is my co-host, Vakushi Sissel-Squelp, and we truly are excited about today's show. You're going to want to stick around. For those of you who don't usually watch the entire episode, you know who you are. You're going to want to stick around because we've got a great one for you today. It's going to hit you right in the feels. You're going to feel it right there. We have for you today the story of a nurse mother. She's not a nursing mother. She might be. I'm not sure. I don't know if she's a nurse. I'm not positive she's a nursing mother. She's a mother whose job. She's a potentially nursing mother nurse. But she and her husband have an incredible story of what they just walked through in this whole crazy COVID season, and I think you're going to find it inspiring. But on the subject of parenthood, I know you and I are both parents. We talk about our kids a lot when we're sitting behind, and the cameras aren't rolling. We just discuss, my daughter is boring. I know, am I right? Stop yawning on camera or you're not going to get candy after the show. But we know in this season, parenting can look a little bit different. So parents, this one's for you.
How'd I get 25 hours of screen time yesterday?
Is the sun coming up already?
Bedtime.
What up, homies? We're going live. I see you. Welcome, Cotton Burger Night Sauce. Welcome, Redwood Raw Bottom. Oh, there's literally not a single thing to eat.
How long would it take to watch all of Netflix?
Mom, I appreciate what you're trying to do with VidAngel, but this episode of the Tiger King's 3 minutes long now. See, this is my bathroom. I want to give you guys a tour of the hood. This is our toilet. It flushes. Stop. Please.
All of Hulu.
What about that? What do you think about that? Huh? Mom! This is our sink. It runs, water comes out, and there's this hole at the bottom. The water goes all the way down through these pipes. It ends up outside. Pretty dope. What up, Shasty? Shasty Fickleberry's in the house. This is not milk, Mother. This is made from almonds. You can't be serious right now. Ration, please. Thank you. Online homework is not a joke. It's not like homework like Dad working from home. Dad doing homework is basically just him video chatting with his friend. You're gonna need a double ration for this. Grandma, right at the top of the screen, there's it says mute. There's so much background noise coming from, there's a train in your living room. It's like they don't even care about my dreams. It's like Twitch is a viable career option nowadays. You don't even know what homework is, okay? You've never had to do homework, much less trying to stinking teach yourself trigonometry on YouTube. Whoever's on the internet, can you please get off? Dad, can you please tell your boss that Mr. Beast is live right now?
What do you watch when you've already seen everything on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime?
It's I know that people's lives in third world countries are hard, but I don't know that they fully grasp what it's like to have Wendy's and then not have Wendy's.
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
Disney, just release all the episodes at once.
Asking for a friend.
It's I recognize that stores don't have certain things when you're going to look. You just have to go to another store. Mom, Mom, what are you, I'm trying to what? No one's coming over. Why are you vacuuming right now? This has to be against the Geneva Convention. All these prisons letting prisoners out and I'm stuck in here. My mom wants to cut my hair herself. If you don't hear from me in the next hour, send help. How come the grocery stores always seem to have vegetables in stock, but you can't find an Oreo to save your life? I'm supposed to be on spring break right now. What are you talking about? I literally just took a shower Tuesday. Why are you on me? It's only when? Did it become Saturday? Where did Thursday and Friday go? What are these? We hope that you are finding ways in the season to stay safe and sane. Our hearts truly do go out to all of the parents locked in their houses with teenagers, and our hearts equally go out to all of the teenagers locked in their houses with their parents, because we recognize that when everybody's all together all the time, sometimes it gets a little chaotic. But as promised, we have an incredibly inspirational story for you. This is Chris and Sarah, husband and wife. Both of them work in the medical field daily, putting their lives at risk for the sake of the safety of our communities and our nation. And we just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to them, to their co-workers at the hospitals and the fire stations that they work at, to everyone in the medical community and the first responders that are doing what they do because we can't or don't know how or couldn't or whatever. We want to thank you guys for what you're doing, and we hope that their story encourages you in this season. You're a nurse doing what? Like, what's your specific title?
Cardiac ICU.
Okay.
And rapid response team for the hospital. Normally we have patients that have heart attacks and blood clots and things like that. But when I went back to work after maternity leave, it was all COVID.
You had a positive test, right?
I did. I started having symptoms and got sent home from work, and because I lost my sense of smell.
Her getting the positive test, I think, brought on a lot of anxiety and fear of, every day waking up going, is today the day that I'm going to start having trouble breathing? Is today the day that, I got to go to the hospital and be admitted and not know if I'm ever going to see the boys again? And, stuff like that was, definitely running through even both of our minds,
All right, what's your technical title?
Firefighter, paramedic.
Firefighter, paramedic. So you were working while she was finishing up maternity leave.
Yes.
Right? Because you guys just had the second son. Everything was great. He was born when?
January 1st.
That's right. So everything was going great. And then Chris is still working. Chris, you were encountering some patients at that point.
There was one day I remember calling my mother-in-law and basically saying, that we're starting to get into this. Would you guys be able to take the boys? If it came to that, to basically keep them safe. As hard as it is to let a 2-month-old go and our 2-year-old go, he's just, really able to have sentences and play with us, and you're really able to interact with them and have a lot of fun with them. We knew that, it was the best thing, but it's definitely hard to not have them.
So what did that feel like as a mother?
It's hard when you have a brand new baby, because the 3-month mark is kind of when you start to really get to know your baby and fall into a routine. You really start bonding with them. And so it felt like I was just giving all of that away, so it was crushing. It was crushing.
Would you see them at all during that season?
A lot of FaceTime. See them through the sliding glass door window or
through
something
the windows,
like that.
and Isaac would he'd try to open the door and say, "Mommy, Mommy," and then I'd drive off, bawling my eyes out.
Because you got 2 negative tests, right? That's the procedure, is 2 negative tests. So thank the Lord you came up with two negative tests after a minute. What was it like when you finally got to go to your parents' house, open the door, hold your babies, like for the first time in like weeks? Like what, a month?
3.5 weeks.
Like what was that moment like?
It was pretty amazing and surreal and kind of sad at the same time, because my baby gained like 3 pounds and went up a full clothing size. It's easy to take for granted your kids and your parents and quality time together, and it can be overwhelming to have a 2-year-old and a little baby at home. And I just remember getting frustrated over certain things, not getting enough sleep. Oh my gosh, Isaac made a mess again. I just finished cleaning that up, kind of getting irritated in the mundane day-to-day stuff. And I cannot wait to have all of that back. I can't wait to be cleaning up messes every day, picking up toys at the end of the day, watching Mickey Mouse Roadster Racers on the TV all day long. I can't wait for that. And I really think it's going to give us a whole new outlook on life.
Who's there? Hi! Hi, Pumpkin! Oh, there's a smile. Oh my goodness, you're so big. Oh, you got so big. Oh, this feels good.
So that's my silver lining for sure.
I hope you understood the point of what they were saying. Yes, it's hard and it's chaotic and it's painful and we're seeing a lot of things we've never seen before, but there's always a silver lining. It's just our job to look for it. If we open our eyes, the Lord's always doing something good. So as always, what's going on outside, we don't have to take lightly, but we can lighten up. We will all accomplish so much more with clearer heads. From me and Vakushi Sissel Squel, thanks so much for joining us. Have a happy Friday.